Amara began experiencing severe headaches and bouts of dizziness. Concerned, Kelechi urged her to see a doctor. The diagnosis was devastating. Amara had a rare brain tumor. Iban was a young woman in her mid-20s, full of dreams and aspirations. She worked as a nurse at Lagos General Hospital, where her days were filled with caring for patients and bringing comfort to those in need. Despite the challenges and the often overwhelming workload, she found purpose in her work and in the lives she touched. One morning, as Amara arrived at the hospital, she was greeted by the security guard, Mr. Okeke. "Good morning, Nurse Amara," he called out with a broad smile. "Good morning, Mr. Okeke. How is your daughter doing?" Amara replied, her smile just as bright. "She's much better, thanks to you. The advice you gave me about her asthma has really helped. I'm so glad to hear that. Remember, if you need any more help, I'm always here," Amara said warmly, patting his shoulder before heading inside. As she walked through the hospital corridors, she saw Mrs. Adeyemi, an elderly patient, struggling to reach her water jug. Amara hurried over to help. "Good morning, Mrs. Adeyemi. Let me get that for you." "Thank you, dear," Mrs. Adeyemi said, her voice frail but appreciative. "You're always so kind. How do you manage to keep such a bright spirit?" Amara laughed softly. "It's all about finding light in the little things. And seeing you smile makes my day." Later, Amara found herself in the children's ward, where she met young Tand, a boy recovering from surgery. His face lit up when he saw her. "Nurse Amara, will you read me a story today?" "Of course, Tand," she said, pulling out a colorful book from her bag. "Which one shall we read today?" "The one about the brave lion," Tand exclaimed, settling into his bed with anticipation. As Amara read, she infused her voice with warmth and enthusiasm, making the story come alive. The children's laughter and smiles were infectious, spreading joy throughout the ward. After finishing the story, Amara sat by Tand's bed. "How are you feeling today, Tand?" "A little better," he said. "Your stories always make me feel brave." "That's the spirit," Amara replied, giving him a gentle hug. "You are brave, and you're getting stronger every day." As the day came to a close, Amara made her rounds to check on all her patients. In each room, she left a trail of warmth and kindness, her presence a beacon of hope. Finally, as she prepared to leave, she ran into a worried-looking young woman in the hallway. "Excuse me, can you help me?" the woman asked, her voice trembling. "I'm here to see my husband, but I don't know where to go." "Of course," Amara said, guiding her gently. "Let's find him together." "What's his name?" "His name is Ode. He was in an accident," the woman said, tears welling up in her eyes. "Don't worry, we'll find him," Amara reassured her, walking beside her until they reached Ade's room. "There he is." The woman rushed to her husband's side, and Amara stayed to offer comforting words. "He's in good hands here. If you need anything, just let me know." "Thank you so much," the woman said, her voice filled with gratitude. "I don't know what I would have done without your help." "It's my pleasure," Amara replied, her smile soft and comforting. "Remember, I am always here to help." As Amara finally left the hospital, she felt a sense of fulfillment. She had brought love and light to so many people that day, and she knew she would continue to do so, one small act of kindness at a time. One rainy evening, after a particularly exhausting shift, Amara was waiting for her bus when she noticed a man huddled under the bus stop shelter, shivering from the cold. His clothes were soaked, and he looked lost and vulnerable. "Are you all right?" Amara asked, her voice filled with concern. The man looked up, his eyes filled with gratitude. "I'm not sure. I was mugged earlier, and they took everything. I have no way to get home." Amara's heart went out to him. "Come with me. You can dry off at my place and we'll figure something out." Back at her apartment, Amara offered the man a towel and some dry clothes. "I'm Amara, by the way." "Thank you, Amara." "I'm Kelechi," he said, accepting the towel gratefully. "I don't know how to thank you." "You don't need to thank me," Amara replied with a warm smile. "I believe in helping others whenever I can." As Kelechi dried off, Amara made them both a cup of hot tea. They sat at her small kitchen table, and Kelechi shared his story. He was an artist, originally from Enugu, who had come to Lagos for an art exhibition. The mugging had left him stranded, with no way to contact his family or friends. Over the next few days, Amara and Kelechi developed a bond. Amara helped him contact his family and get back on his feet. In return, Kelechi shared his love for art with her, filling her apartment with sketches and paintings that brought color and life to her space. "I can't believe how kind you've been to me," Kelechi said one evening as they sat on the balcony, watching the sunset. "It's nothing, really," Amara replied. "I believe in spreading love and light wherever I go." Kelechi looked at her with admiration. "You truly are love and light, Amara. You've inspired me more than you know." As weeks turned into months, Kelechi's presence became a constant in Amara's life. They supported each other in their respective careers, and their friendship blossomed into something deeper. Kelechi often brought Amara to his art studio, where she found solace and inspiration in the creative environment. One evening, after a successful gallery showing of Kelechi's work, they returned to Amara's apartment, both riding the high of the night's success. "Thank you for everything, Amara," Kelechi said, his voice filled with emotion. "I couldn't have done this without you." "You give me too much credit," Amara replied, smiling. "Your talent speaks for itself." Kelechi took her hand, his eyes searching hers. "Amara, you are my muse. You bring light into my life every day." Amara's heart swelled with emotion. "And you bring color into mine, Kelechi." Just as their relationship seemed destined for happiness, fate intervened. Amara began experiencing severe headaches and bouts of dizziness. Concerned, Kelechi urged her to see a doctor. The diagnosis was devastating. Amara had a rare brain tumor. The prognosis was uncertain, and she would need immediate surgery. "I am love, I am light," Amara whispered to herself, trying to summon the strength she always found in those words. Kelechi held her hand, his eyes filled with tears. "We'll get through this together, Amara. You're the strongest person I know." The surgery was grueling, and the recovery even more so. Amara faced each day with courage, her mantra a constant reminder of the strength she needed. Kelechi was by her side through every step, his love and support unwavering. One evening, as Amara lay in her hospital bed, Kelechi brought her a new painting. It was a portrait of her, surrounded by a halo of light. "This is how I see you, Amara," he said softly. "You are my love and my light." Tears filled Amara's eyes. "And you are mine, Kelechi. Thank you for being here with me." Despite the surgery, Amara's condition worsened. The tumor was aggressive, and the doctors could do little more than manage her pain. As the days passed, Kelechi and Amara cherished their time together, finding comfort in their love. One night, as they lay together in her hospital room, Amara looked at Kelechi and whispered, I am love, I am light. And I will always be with you, Kelechi, no matter what happens. Kelechi's tears fell onto her. Kelechi's tears fell onto her hand as he held it tightly. I love you, Amara. You are my everything. Amara passed away peacefully, surrounded by the love and light she had always given to others. Her death sent ripples through the hospital and the wider community. Those who had been touched by her kindness felt a profound sense of loss. At her memorial, people from all walks of life came to pay their respects. Mr. Okeke, the security guard, stood before the crowd. Amara was a light in my darkest times. When my daughter was ill, she gave me the guidance and support we needed. She was more than a nurse, she was a guardian angel. Mrs. Adeyemi, the elderly patient, struggled to speak through her tears. Amara had a way of making everyone feel special. She brought sunshine into my life every day she was at the hospital. She will be dearly missed. Young Tand, clutching his mother's hand, looked up at her. Mommy, can I say something? His mother nodded, and Tand stepped forward, his small voice filled with emotion. Nurse Amara told me stories when I was scared. She made me feel brave. I will always remember her. Dr. Bamadil, struggling to maintain his composure, addressed the crowd next. Amara's compassion and dedication were unparalleled. She was a beacon of hope for our patients and staff alike. Her legacy will live on in the countless lives she touched. In the years that followed, Kelechi continued to paint, his work infused with the love and light Amara had brought into his life. He set up a foundation in her name, dedicated to bringing art and healing to those in need, ensuring that Amara's legacy of love and light would continue to shine. Kelechi's foundation partnered with the hospital, creating an art therapy program for patients. The program brought comfort and healing to many, just as Amara had done during her time there. Each piece of art created in the program bore the inscription, "In loving memory of Amara, I am love, I am light." One day, as Kelechi was visiting the hospital, he saw a young girl painting a picture of a bright, colorful garden. Her mother, sitting nearby, explained, "My daughter is undergoing treatment for leukemia. Your art program has given her so much joy and strength. We owe it all to Amara and you." Kelechi smiled, feeling Amara's presence. Amara's spirit lives on through this work. She believed in spreading love and light, and it's wonderful to see her legacy continue to inspire and heal. Every morning, as the sun rose over Lagos, Kelechi would whisper to himself, "I am love, I am light," carrying Amara's spirit with him as he faced each new day, determined to spread the love and light she had shown him to him. Years later, the art therapy program had expanded to multiple hospitals across Nigeria, bringing hope and healing to countless patients. The foundation established scholarships for nursing students who embodied Amara's spirit of compassion and dedication. At the annual Amara Memorial Gala, which celebrated the foundation's achievements and raised funds for its continued efforts, Kelechi spoke to the attendees. Amara taught us that love and light can transform lives. Her legacy is a testament to the power of kindness and the impact one person can have on the world. Let us all strive to carry her light forward. The audience rose in applause, inspired by the enduring impact of Amara's life. As Kelechi looked out over the sea of faces, he felt a deep sense of fulfillment, knowing that Amara's love and light would continue to shine brightly, guiding and uplifting those who needed it most. And so, the story of Amara, the nurse who was love and light, lived on in the hearts of all who knew her, a beacon of hope and compassion that would never fade. Bring support.